All right, everyone, to continue on our ratio notes here, I'm going to talk about part to whole ratios next. So in this first example, I'm still talking about lemonade, but now it's slightly different. In part to whole relationships, the order still matters. So the order that they give you the information still matters. So in this particular part to whole relationship, it says 2 cups out of the total 9 cups of lemonade are lemon juice. So I'm going to change my marker here. So I've got 9 cups of lemonade. And then we'll do orange. And then lemon juice. And the 2 cups of lemon juice are a little bit separate from their description. So it says 2 cups out of the total 9 cups of lemonade are lemon juice. This total 9 cups of lemonade is your whole, and this 2 cups represents the part. So it's telling you how much out of the whole is the part. And then our ratios look very similar to the part-to-part ratios, where the 2 is listed first and then 9 is listed second, because we're talking about the part compared to the whole. We, again, are going to use the fraction a lot because we worked on simplifying fractions, so we're going to write our ratios in that way. The other 2 is how they are going to be represented in our word problems. So now we're going to do a couple of examples where you're given several parts and we are asking about a part to whole relationship. So it says there are 8 dogs, 3 cats, and 5 monkeys. That is my information sentence. So I'm going to highlight it in yellow. Write the ratio of cats to total animals in simplest form. That is my action sentence. It's telling me to do something. So I am going to get what I need from the action sentence and write my ratio in words first. So it says write the ratio of cats to total animals. So when I write my ratio, I'm going to write cats on top and total animals on the bottom. I'm going to have my equal sign. Now I'm going to go to my information sentence. It says there are 8 dogs, 3 cats, so that goes on top, and 5 monkeys. Now to get my whole, I'm going to do 8 plus 3 plus 5. So 8 plus 3 is 11, plus 5 is 16. So there are 16 total animals. Now when I go to do the next part, I want to simplify this fraction. 3 out of 16 is already simplified. 3 does not go into 16, so the only thing they have in common is a 1. And now I'm going to explain the meaning. So it's going to look very similar to the sentence in that very first box where it said 2 cups out of the total 9 cups are lemon juice. But in this case, we're talking about animals. So 3 out of the 16 animals are cats. So I'm describing the part as it is compared to the whole, and then what does that part represent? Okay. So in number 4, it says, using the table below, write the ratio of students that love soccer to total students in simplest form. So this is my action sentence. And now the information is given in a table. So it says, in this example, the information is in the form of a table. Highlight the action sentence, read the action sentence, and highlight the information you need in a different color. So it says, write the ratio of students that love soccer to total students. So I want students that love soccer and total students. So in my table, I'm going to highlight students that love soccer. And then I'm actually going to add all of these numbers together. And the total is what's going to be highlighted down here because I need all the students that are playing these sports. So 8 plus 2 is 10, plus 5 is 15, plus 6 is 21. So I've got 8 students that love soccer and 21 total students. 8 and 21 cannot be simplified. 8 and 21 do not have anything in common, so I am safe there. So now I'm going to explain the meaning, and I'm going to use, again, this sentence up here, this 3 out of 16 animals are cats, but instead of saying 3 out of 16, I'm going to say 8 out of 21. And instead of saying animals, I'm going to talk about total students that love soccer. So I'm going to say 8 out of 21 total students love soccer. So here's my out of, and then I finish the sentence by talking about the part. Okay. Example 5 talks about how we know we are using something that makes sense for the situation. So it says a fruit salsa recipe calls for 2 cups of finely chopped pineapple and 4 cups of finely chopped strawberries. Isaiah only has 1 cup of pineapple. He reasons that because he subtracted 1 cup of pineapple, he needs to use 3 cups of strawberries. Is his reasoning correct? And we're going to explain why or why not. So the ratio that I'm going to use is pineapple to strawberries. And the ratio that they said comes from the recipe is 2 cups of pineapple to 4 cups of strawberries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually simplify this ratio to see if what he is saying makes sense. So 2 is 1 times 2, and 2 does go into 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm going to divide by 2 over 2, and I get 1 over 2. Now in this question, it says Isaiah only has 1 cup of pineapple, and he's saying that because of that, he needs to use 3 cups of strawberries. Well, we just figured out that he needs 2 cups of strawberries. So if he uses 3, that's going to be too much for the recipe to make sense. So his reasoning is not correct. He only needs 2 cups of strawberries. Okay. This is going to be a big part of what we are going to do going forward with ratios and working with equivalent ratios. That's why we worked with equivalent fractions. And this is why simplifying these and getting them into simplest form makes our lives a little bit easier, because we can do those comparisons and we can answer questions like this. So these were part 2 whole relationships. So given a part compared to the entire group. And we will do an assignment on this tomorrow.